Hello and welcome to the channel. If you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe and like this video. So on this video, we're going to be talking about the PlayStation 5 and we're talking about the SSD that's in there that you can get from any company that you want, which I told you to wait, which is the right thing for you to do, especially since the Gen 4 SSDs just came to the market. So the prices are going to be pretty outrageous. So anyway, let's go ahead and cover this article from The Verge saying the PS5 worked fine with the slowest compatible SSD we could find. So let's go ahead, do that right now. Like the title says, so they actually tried a variety of different SSD here, so which is also amazing that this actually works. But I would not recommend for you to spend that hard-earned cash on this SSD, especially if you're putting it in the PlayStation 5. You want the fastest one, what's actually recommended by the manufacturer. Obviously, they know it works better, so why not? It makes sense, right? Even Mark Cerny suggested one. If you wanted to buy that one, you can. I think it's the WD Black Edition, something like that. It's from Western Digital, and that's the one. Mark Cerny, the console engineer or whatever, he's the one that suggested you go with that one, or he's the one buying that one, so I'm assuming like a shit ton of people bought that specific one. So anyway, The Verge actually tried this with a ADATA SPG Gaming S50 Lite, one of the slowest compatible PCIe Gen 4 drives we could find at 3900 megabytes reads and 3200 megabytes writes, and stuck it into a PlayStation 5 along with another drive. And the results are pretty astonishing. It's pretty damn good. But heed this warning. Just because the results are good doesn't mean you're future proofing your console with this SSD, because technology advances like crazy. Okay, so you want that fast SSD, especially when they start implementing things in the games that utilize this fast speed, and then that's gonna bottleneck what you actually spend. So it makes no sense for you to buy this expensive hardware and then put in a piece of crap SSD in there that you're going to have issues in the long run. Right now it may work just fine, but in the long run you might have some issues. You might run into certain issues that can bottleneck your PlayStation 5 from accessing certain game resources or whatever. So just do what they tell you to do specification wise and just buy the right one that they suggested. Make sure it's 7,000 read, and the write speed doesn't have to be necessarily fast, because they just want to have a really fast read speed. So anyway, so this is the ADATA SPG Gemini S50, and it's actually pretty decently priced compared to all the other ones. $130, which is not bad. Most drives start at what, $180, if not higher than that, which is just insane. So anyway, they tried different SSDs here, and you can notice that the load times, it's barely any differences. So Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, you got 14 seconds on the Sabrent SSD, Sabrent Rocket, 14 seconds, same thing as the one in the internal. Literally, it's just like, which is insane because I'm getting my tongue tied for some reason. Miles Morales took 19 seconds on the internal SSD. On the SPG, it actually went faster, which is like, huh? How does that make sense? How does that make sense? Anyway, moving on. You got games like Final Fantasy for PlayStation 5 Remake takes about 10 seconds, and that's across the board. And then they actually tried a external SSD, external drive, and that one took a lot longer. Obviously, you still have the mechanical drive. I don't know if they tried a mechanical drive or not, but that actually takes way too long. Same thing for like a Dragon Yakuza. That also takes a long time when you're in an external drive. So heed this warning. Heed the warning. But so far, the results have been pretty damn good with the SSDs, like I said. But this software is still in beta, so only select few people can actually have access to it. For one, I don't even have access to the beta. I just signed up for it. So I have not gotten any invite to it yet. But for me, I'm also going to be waiting on the SSD because the prices are pretty outrageous right now. If you want a 2 terabyte, you're looking at almost $480 depending on where you go. Um, for me, brand doesn't matter. So I'll either go with the Western Digital or even the Samsung one if Samsung comes up with another one. The 980 Pro looks pretty enticing. So I don't know. I don't know. I love Samsung products, so I might go with that one. But I'm going to be waiting until everything kind of like when the dust settles and they get new generations of SSD. Obviously, they're going to be having new generations of SSD. So right now we're in Gen 4 and the prices are crazy. But as you may know, technology move in a very fast pace. So in about 6 months or so, all this SSDs are going to be pretty damn cheap, or even around Black Friday during the holiday seasons, these SSD will be pretty damn cheap for you to go buy the one that you want, which I suggest you doing, just waiting it out. Even if you have to wait a year, because as of right now, there's not a lot of games that will be utilizing the SSD, or should I say, there's not a lot of PlayStation 5 games. Literally, you can name the PlayStation 5 games in like one or two hands. There's not a lot. You have Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, Return of Spider-Man Miles Morales, and then you have certain remakes and other games that are also, for like, yeah, yeah, yep. So yeah, those are for me. My games that I have is I do have Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart, and then I have the Spider-Man Miles Morales game, and I have Returnal. So there's only like 3 games so far for the PlayStation 5, which is enough for my internal storage to, carry it. Once like games start coming out in droves, or at least games that interest me and that I want to play it, then I will proceed and buy those games. And then if I'm running out of storage, then I would upgrade, obviously. And for me, I either want a 2 terabyte or a 4 terabyte. 4 terabyte is just out of the question right now because they want $1,000 for that 4 terabyte from, I think it was the Fire Cuda on the other video that I talked to you guys about. I'll leave a link in the description somewhere around this empty space here because I don't know. It's somewhere here, there. I don't know. Anyway, let me know what you think of this video. I will leave a link in the description. So if you want to go check out this article yourself, even watch this little video, you can do that. I will leave it completely up to you. But so far, the SSD has very good potential, but there's no point for you to upgrade right now because the games aren't there yet. But in the future, there will be games, and make sure if you're going to buy the SSD, you get the fastest one, or at least the one that's recommended by Sony because it works well with the console. All right. So I'm out of here. Give a like, and I appreciate you guys for all the love of lately, and make sure to subscribe. All right. I seen the videos, man. There's like 99% of the people that watch are not subscribed, and then there's like 2% of my subscribers. So come on, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't cost you anything to throw one of these up too. All right, enough of that stuff. I'm out.